Welcome to this edition of 3 Outs. East Carolina beats Ole Miss 3-2 on this Wednesday night. The Rebels falling to 9-3 on the season. Three things we'll talk about today. It really starts with Jake Kuchmaner, the starter for East Carolina, takes a no-hitter into the ninth inning, 2 outs in the ninth before Thomas Dillard breaks it up with a single to right field. The Rebels end up getting the winning run on base. However, with those 2 outs, Cooper Johnson flies out after a couple pitching changes. So Rebels fall 3-2 after some late offense. But for Ole Miss, just couldn't get anything going. He got ahead all day. He hit the black. He was excellent. But Ole Miss also swung at some pitches that were outside the zone, helped him. He was only at 89 pitches through 8 innings and really just controlled the entire game. The biggest problem for Ole Miss was maybe some plate awareness from my standpoint. It wasn't even necessarily the hard hit balls. It was the fact that they couldn't get deep into the count. And if he's throwing strikes, that's one thing. But there were times where they helped him out. Through 8 innings, Ole Miss had only had five counts of more than 5 pitches, or 5 pitches or more. So only 5 counts where Ole Miss took it to at least 5 pitches through 8 innings. That wasn't good enough on today. He just dominated the game. A guy that I talked to Cliff Godwin after the game, really only wanted to get 3, 4, 5 innings out of him. Instead, he gets 8 2/3 of no-hit ball before Dillard did break it up. They fought hard there at the end. They made it a game, but it was a little too late, as a lot of empty at-bats throughout the game. But credit to him, he was very, very good today. But then on the other side, we went into the day talking about Doug Nikhazy being a guy that maybe was auditioning for a future role in the weekend rotation, and he didn't disappoint. He gave up a 3-run home run to Spencer Brickhouse, ended up being the difference in the game. However, for the most part, he was very, very good. 7 strikeouts, a walk, had the tough inning, but goes 5. The cutter was really working. He threw the ball across the plate. He kept the ball in the strike zone, and he did really what you would want to out of a starting pitcher. I thought he was very, very good today. He kind of passed the test of a pretty difficult East Carolina offense. Other than that pitch to Brickhouse, which he just hung a breaking ball and he hit it out of the yard. He hit it into the bullpen in the right field corner. But overall, Nikhazy was really, really good. I think he's earned another chance at least against Louisville next week and maybe on the weekend rotation, depending on what shakes out there. And then Ole Miss continued to get good bullpen work. Connor Green and Austin Miller both really locked it down again. I mean, they came into the day, that foursome of Broadway, Miller, Green, and Nikhazy. It only allowed 2 runs in 28 innings. Green and Miller combined for 4 more scoreless today to give Ole Miss a chance, even with what was going on the other side of the field. So Ole Miss falls 3-2. I don't think you take a ton from it, except for maybe Nikhazy. You see how they bounce back over the weekend. Ole Miss UAB here at Swayze Field, but they avoided history. I've seen two no-hitters against Ole Miss go into the 9th inning with 2 outs, but Dillard was the hero here. He broke it up, but East Carolina does win the game 3-2. More coverage at rebelgrove.com.